Hi, my name is Ashley Larson. Today is August the 8th, and I actually did not receive a password, nor do I have an audience today. I am going to pretend as though I have one. So the reason I want to speak to you today is about a cause that I have chosen because it is not only near and dear to my heart, but it's also one that is a great refuge to those fighting cancer. The mission of Camp Make Your Dream is to empower survivors and their families to live beyond cancer through a great Montana experience that gives them the life skills to strengthen and gain resilience as well as develop lasting relationships. I first learned about Camp Make a Dream in 2014 from a child life volunteer over at Seattle Children's Hospital and decided to check it out. Camp Make a Dream is a 501(c) nonprofit organization that relies on the kindness of donors and through funding that is supported by benefactors. First, I want to talk to you a little bit about pediatric cancer, what exactly that means, and some of the numbers associated with it. Cancer refers to any large number of cells that divide uncontrollably and can damage or infiltrate the body's natural system. So cancer often has the ability to spread and is greatly destructive in that it can take on many forms. 1 in 285 children will be diagnosed with cancer. 43 children per day, or 15,780 kids per year, will be diagnosed with some form of cancer. Cancer is the #1 leading cause of death by disease in children, and only 4% of federal government research funding actually goes towards pediatric cancer. Moving on, I want to break down exactly what camp has to offer and how they're different from many of the other camps across the country for kids with chronic illnesses or disabilities. First, they offer camps for kids, teens, young adults, their siblings, and brain tumor specific camps for ages 5 to 35. They also have a full-service on-site health facility that is a critical part of camp. It offers isolation rooms as well as treatment rooms for those who are still enduring chemotherapy or some of the other medications and illness-related treatments that they have to go through. So they have all of the equipment and set up for that as well to take care of kids that are still going through their process of treatment. They also partner with the Children's Brain Tumor Foundation out of New York City. This partnership began many years ago when they decided to split off those who are brain tumor survivors from those who maybe have leukemia or lymphoma due to some of the mental and physical limitations that face this group of cancer survivors. They are also the only camp nationwide that offers a separate camp sessions for siblings themselves. So a sibling camper can be one that has a sibling or a parent who has had or passed away from cancer, and this gives them the opportunity to come without their sibling or their parents and give them the time to bond with others who've been in the same situation and endured many of the same things that they've gone through as well. In addition, they also have fun educational times that really help grow and reintegrate them back into how to be in a relationship or advocate for themselves. While they're not learning and going through that, they actually have several activities such as hiking, horseback riding, high ropes course, climbing walls, zip lines, fishing, pools, sports courts, mini golf, all kinds of activities there at camp. So there's a great time there for them to not only learn and to grow as an individual, but also for them to have fun and enjoy those activities that they may otherwise not ever be able to go and do. So how has this changed lives, and why should you donate? Well, first, as I already said, I found out about camp in 2014, and I went out there for a brain tumor camp first. The following summer, I went to their teen camp and a teen brain tumor camp, and then this last summer, I volunteered at all of the camps. So it's really important to understand how this breaks down because they need help. They need volunteers. So you should donate in many, many ways. First, you get to see firsthand how this experience has changed their lives. Many are social outcasts. They don't have friends. They don't have family members that are necessarily there all the time. Many of them sit at home all day and have difficulties with relationships and bonding and creating actual friendships. So by giving them the ability to bond with other people that have gone through the same experience, you're really giving them an ability to create a lasting memory and lifelong friendships that span all across the country. These relationships are with those who face the same difficulties when they may feel like an outcast or like they don't know anybody who's been through the same thing themselves. So many of these kids have never been away from home. It's their first time on the airplane. There's a lot of homesickness at first, but it's really giving them the opportunity to step out of their comfort zone and to do something that's different, as well as give them some time away from their parents and from the overbearing protectiveness that sometimes can entail, as well as, getting them a break from the hospital setting and from their doctors. They have medical coverage here at camp, so they can really just focus on having fun and not worrying about their medical condition. So by donating to camp, you not only give them the ability to come and enjoy all of the activities that are there and offered, but you also give them the opportunity to get there cost-free. For the families that are spending tons and tons of money on medical bills, this is a super important feature. The flights are free, the meals are free, the housing is free, everything is free. Camp relies really heavily on these generous donors, and the state of Montana, although great and big, is only small in population. They have big hearts, but their population just barely passes 1 million people, and the average income for the 2016 census was just over $50,000, which is not much. So there needs to be help coming from other places as well. But how can you specifically help? Volunteer. We always need medical staff. There's always doctors and nurses on staff each week that come and help take care of the medications and just check in on campers, make sure everyone's hydrated and doing well. There's also kitchen staff that helps out the chef and makes sure that all 3 meals a day are there and accounted for on the table. And there's cabin staff, so you can hang out in the cabin, make sure everything's going right, taking them on their adventures and enjoying this time getting to bond with these kids. There's also RAT Pod, which stands for Ride Around the Pioneers in One Day, and this is a 130-mile bike ride that takes place through the Pioneer Mountains. This is the largest fundraiser for Camp Make a Dream and actually donates or brings in several $100,000 each year, and it's a huge part of camp. So you can donate with your time, but you can also donate with money. There is a wish list on Amazon, which is a great thing. And that way you can pick and choose what you want to donate, whether that's art supplies, medical supplies, kitchen items, or miscellaneous things that are on that list. If you don't have the time but have the resources, that would be a wonderful way. There's also planned giving, which is awesome as well. Unfortunately, a lot of people think that there's a lot of sadness associated with camp, and to be honest, a lot of the kids that come are terminal, and it is sad at times, and while this may be often hard for people to stomach, you have to remember that you're really giving these kids the time of their lives. So these kids are getting to live through experiences that they never thought they would make it to see, and they're getting to enjoy time away from the hospital, from their parents, from wherever it may be, which is really a gift that's invaluable for them. One of my favorite campers, just for an example, his name is Charlie, and he was diagnosed with DIPG, which is diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma, and this is a very aggressive form of brain cancer. Most people don't live past 6 months. Charlie's currently over the 2-year mark, which is absolutely incredible, but he's surpassed the odds and has really just taken life by the horns, and camp really was a great turnaround point for him because he got to go through and enjoy all of the things that camp had to offer for him, which is really amazing, and it's really just given him the perspective for, people that are going through this battle to be able to spread that and share that with others. He's brought tons of friends to camp and has really just given that his all and has seen, some amazing growth and progress in his own personal life because of what camp has given him. And by donating, you can really help make this dream a reality for these kids and those who are faced with a cancer diagnosis. So please consider donating to the amazing work that Camp Make a Dream does, because here there are no limits. There's only life left to live.